Everyone, in this session we are going to look at what are programmable logic devices. The presentation is going to go in this way. First is introduction to PLD, then we'll move on to types of PLD, PROM in detail, and advantages, applications and comparison of PLDs. What are PLDs? PLD actually stands for Programmable Logic Devices. They are integrated circuits. They have an array of AND gates and another array of OR gates. The process of entering the information into these devices is known as programming. Okay, so the users can program these devices or ICs electrically in order to implement the Boolean functions based on the requirement. Now, the most important point is the term programming refers to hardware programming but not software programming. Block diagram of programmable logic devices. So here is the block diagram. Here we are giving n input variables to the block where we have logic gates and programmable switches, and that gives the output m output functions. So there are three different types of PLDs. First one is simple programmable logic device SPLD, complex programmable logic device CPLD, and field programmable gate array FPGA. So these are the three different types of PLDs, and the three different types are based on their complexity and then propagation time and some more different features like this, right? So what is SPLD? SPLD stands for Simple Programmable Logic Device. As the name suggests, SPLD has a simple architecture. PROM is the best example for SPLD. SPLD is capable of implementing hundreds of gates and normally programmed by the user by using inexpensive programmers. Okay, so the main limitation of these SPLDs are their low logic capacities due to the restricted nature of AND OR planes. So this is actually the disadvantage of SPLD. And the least complex form of PLDs are SPLDs. It can typically be replaced with several fixed function of SSI or MSI devices and their connections. What is SSI? What is SSI? Small scale integration, and MSI stands for medium scale integration. So SPLDs are available typically in a package which has 24 to 28 pins. A few categories of SPLD are listed here. First one is programmable array logic, PAL, GAL, which stands for generic array logic, PLA, programmable logic array, PROM stands for programmable read-only memory. What are complex PLDs? So a complex programmable logic device, CPLD, is a programmable logic device. The main building block of CPLD is a macro cell which contains logic implementing which are connected via multiplexer and switch matrix. The outputs from one PLD can be routed to inputs of another PLD using an interconnected array. The maximum speed of clock is fixed as long as the registers are used for each block. Right. So many PLA or PAL can be included in a CPLD chip. The CPLD is actually a small digital system. The propagation delay of it is about 8 nanoseconds and it is the most low power consumption device. This is actually the general block diagram of CPLD. Hope you can understand from the structure. There are many PLDs that are interconnected by means of an interconnection matrix, whereby we are giving an input output from one end and we are taking the output from the other end, right? So programmable in the sense that we are going to see in detail. So it has so many logical blocks of PLDs interconnected using a matrix like this. Right? What are FPGAs? FPGA, Field Programmable Gate Array, is an integrated circuit designed to be configured by a customer or a designer after manufacturing. Hence, we call it as field programmable. So, FPGA configuration is generally specified using a HDL, that is Hardware Description Language. It can be used as an application specific integrated circuit, ASIC. So, this FPGA's logic blocks includes memory elements which may be simple flip-flops or more complete blocks of memory. So, FPGAs can be reprogrammed to implement different logic functions. This is actually the general block diagram of FPGA. Here also we have PAL like blocks and interconnection done like this, and it is externally connected to the input output blocks like this, right? Now, SPLD covers several types of devices. Programmable read-only memory PROM, which has fixed AND plane and programmable OR plane. And the next type of device is programmable logic array PLA. This device has both programmable AND and OR planes. Next one is programmable array logic PAL. This device has a programmable AND plane and a fixed OR plane. So generic array logic GAL, in this device, it has some same logical properties as the PAL, but can be erased and reprogrammed. In field programmable logic array, that is FPLA, it is the same as PLA, but can be erased and reprogrammed, right? So these are the block diagram representations of the most popularly used SPLDs. So the first one is the block diagram for a PROM, programmable read-only memory. Here we have the inputs given to a fixed AND array, that is serving as decoder, which extends its programmable connections to programmable OR array, which in turn leads to the output. Whereas programmable array logic is a device where we are giving inputs to the programmable AND array, that is in turn given to a fixed OR array, which in turn leads to outputs. Last one is programmable logic array. Here in this device, the inputs are given to a programmable AND array, and those outputs of programmable AND array are given to programmable OR array, which in turn provides us the output. So these three are the block diagrams for the various SPLDs which we are going to use. Right. So what is programmable read-only memory? It is a read-only memory device. It stores the information permanently. That means stored information cannot be changed by any means later. If the ROM has programmable feature, then it is called as programmable ROM. That is why we call it as programmable ROM. The user has the flexibility to program the binary information electrically once by using PROM programmer. So this is actually the block diagram of PROM. N inputs are given to a fixed AND array, and the outputs of fixed AND array are given to programmable OR array, which in turn gives the M outputs. Right. So the construction of PROM can be briefed like the inputs of AND gates are not programmable. For n inputs, we can generate 2 to the power of n product terms by using 2 power n AND gates. We can implement these product terms by using n cross 2 power n decoder. That is, for example, we can use 2 cross 4 decoder, 3 cross 8 decoder, etc. So this decoder generates 2 to the power of n min terms. The second block is OR gate, which is programmable, and all the outputs of the AND gates are applied as inputs to each OR gate. So therefore, the outputs of PROM will be in the form of sum of min terms. The important point that we have to notice, we can program any number of required product terms in PROM. What are the advantages of this programmable logic devices? First one is design flexibility. PLDs offers customers much more flexibility during the design cycle because design iterations are simply a matter of changing the programming file, and the results of design changes can be seen immediately in working parts. Next one is improved reliability. Lower power plus fewer interconnections and packages translate into greatly improved system reliability. And lower power. CMOS and fewer packages combine to reduce power consumption. Reduced complexity. Since PLDs consume low power requirements, less board space, simpler testing procedures. PLDs are field programmable. That is, it can be programmed outside of the manufacturing environment. PLDs are erasable and reprogrammable. That is, allows updating a device or correction of errors and allows to reuse the device for a different design. The ultimate in reusability. Finally, coming to the applications of all these three devices category, SPLD, CPLD and FPGA. In SPLD, we have storage devices, code converters, data display and data communication, and controlling operation. Here in CPLD, the applications mainly focus on critical control application, cost sensitive applications, low power applications, loading of configuration data. Whereas in FPGA, high performance computing, digital signal, image, video processing, speech recognition and high-end radars are the most important applications most important applications of FPGA. Programmable devices can be compared based on the four important parameters. First one is density, next is timing, then cost, major vendors, example, device families. So under SPLD, the density is low to few hundred gates and the timing is predictable, cost is low, whereas the major vendors are Lattice Semiconductor, Cypress and AMD. The example device families are listed here. In CPLD, the density is low to medium, that is 500 to 12,000 gates. Timing is predictable. Cost is from low to medium, and major vendors are Xilinx and Altera, and the family of example devices are given here. And under the heading FPGA, the density is starting from medium to high, that is 3000 to 50 lakh gates, and the timing is unpredictable. Cost is medium to high. The major vendors of FPGA are Xilinx, Altera, Lattice Semiconductor, Actel, and the example device families are listed here. Right? So SPLD is categorized into PLA, PAL, GAL, PROM. Under PROM we have EEPROM, EEPROM, and CPLD and FPGA are the devices belonging to programmable devices category. Thank you so much for